Hey guys, Tim here with the Juice Athlete Compound. Been getting a bunch of questions recently of people wondering, how do we onboard people? What does that process look like? And I think it's because the national championships are over, the big competitions are over for most people, and the arc of the year is kind of starting up again. And it's a really good question, and if I'll take you through part of our process of how we get people ready to be, remote coached and to be put on individual program design. We're not just using the force and thinking of magic stuff, and we actually have a process. And the first part of that process is an assessment, right? Even though it's not in person, we have a very thorough assessment piece we do with everyone. The reason is you can't put together testing if you don't know what someone's capable of, right? I mean, it seems obvious, but you'd be shocked how many times growing up as an athlete in sports and really high-level centers to be at, just threw tests at people and this is what you can do, this is what you can't do. Well, guess what? How do you know if that person's physically capable of that if you don't have an assessment first, right? Are they being held back by some other limitation? And actually, physiologically, they can do that, but the test wasn't designed for the individual to see that, and your data is crap. And now your yearly programming is going to reflect that. So we do assessment first, and that's part of why I love working with Dr. Hahn. And actually, even Coach Graff has really great insights that we put together into our assessment piece. And what we do with this is we kind of find out what level of movement for all different things people are at, and then we can start to design tests, right? Number 2 is designing meaningful tests. There's no one-size-fits-all test for this, and the whole idea, do some rolling or run around the block, do a bunch of squats and sit-ups and whatever. Yeah, I mean, what's the answer going to be? Hey, get more fit? Well, no crap, they came to you to get more fit, so it's kind of like a tautological test. You're not getting any good data with it. So we want to make tests that are meaningful towards someone's goals, specific to the individual. Again, based on that assessment, if someone can't snatch, it's even though I might think that's a great way to test someone's creatine phosphate abilities or their ability to move things really quickly, they don't have the technique. It's a really crappy test because they might be explosive. We need to have other ways we can figure that test out other than just, hey, you lack this technique. And again, now I'm creating a beginner program for someone who might be physiologically very gifted. Okay, so that's the first part. Second part is we want to make the test as potent as possible. And I don't mean potent in you have rhabdo and you're vomiting. I mean potent in the sense of we're going to get the most insights and data from as few tests as possible. Now again, that's relative to the goals. For people that compete in CrossFit, it's a couple weeks of initial testing because the sport's so broad. Other sports in the Olympic program, it's a little less of that because we have other insights we can use. But again, that's always relative to your goals and in that part. So again, assessment first. If you're not assessing and you're just trying to have people run around the block, good luck structuring actually progressive programming for them to improve on. Number 2, the tests are meaningful and specific to the individual and their goals. They're giving you as much insights in as few tests as possible. If you have to do 1,000 tests on it, guess what? You're either just testing people forever or your tests aren't that good. Right now, just so you guys know, if you have questions about getting assessed, email us. We're doing free athletic assessment on anyone through the end of the month who wants to find out a little more about their own ability. Just message me, tim@juicecompound.com. tim@juicecompound.com. I need your name. I'll email you guys back and forth with some questions about your ability first and then get you the assessment. After we get back from the Olympic Training Center, me and Dr. Hahn are going there to do this, right? That's why it's on my mind. We're going to do assessment, physical tests, all this type of thing we're going to do with people. We're going to come back with what the insights we got from testing some actually really talented young athletes. And I'm looking forward to that too. So thanks for your time on Tuesday, and we'll talk to you very soon. Thanks.